Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, June 26, 2024. I'm Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the Executive Minister. Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ+ community. Surveys show that religious faith and church are the main cause for trauma in the LGBTQ+ community.
I am Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Minister of Education. The Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community. Let's explore the big news of the day and what it means to you. This is live, and then we are available on demand. We are available on all smart televisions and your favorite social media.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we're here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Wazina Zondon, Uplifting Queer Muslim Narratives and Redefining Sex Education. For more than 20 years, Wazina Zondon has curated diverse personal narratives on queerness, fostering a sense of community and shared experience. Best recognized for her collaborative initiative, Coming Out Muslim Radical Acts of Love, launched in 2011 with artist Terna Tilley-Gyado, Zondon creates a space for stories at the intersection of Islam and queerness. Rejecting a singular homogenized coming out narrative, Zondon's project serves as both a platform for catharsis and a mirror of diverse reflections. In a recent interview with them.us, Colleen Hamilton asked Wazina Zondon about her approach to sex education for individuals emerging from religious or spiritual backgrounds burdened with shame or, quote, scar tissue, end quote, around pleasure. Zondon said, quote, "First, I hope to notice where my perspective and relationship with faith inform my approach, and notice how I share that in big or small ways," end quote. By highlighting her own journey and perspective shaped by faith, emphasizing the ongoing process of noticing, undoing, and healing from these experiences, she stressed that it is possible to integrate sexual identity exploration within one's faith and advocate against simplistic judgments of faith and spirituality. As an educator, Zondon underscored the harm caused by rigid binaries of good and bad within religious context. She said, quote, "My role is to hold space for all, including those who do not identify with a faith or religious practice, but have experienced harmful messages about their identities," end quote. Queer faith community needs more people like this. Well, I didn't know about her work before this, but I'm here for it.
Amen.
I love learning about what she's doing, and we do need that in all faith traditions. I'm certainly aware that we're part of that. In the Christian tradition, reclaiming, deconstructing, reconstructing, we're part of that, and I'm so glad to see that happening in other faith communities. We know a gay imam, Daye Abdullah. He's very out and very body positive and sex positive. And he says that his interpretation, his reading of the Quran is that it is not sex negative. And so he's sort of on the forefront. He's here in the U.S. He's the first and maybe still only out gay imam in the U.S. and about one of 5 in the world. But so he's sort of doing that work too. I know there are now women imams. It's still very controversial, but there are women imams. I remember the Dalai Lama saying something that sounded a bit homophobic one time, where he said, when asked, did he think it was okay, gay people, and he just said no or something. And when he was called on it by gay Buddhists who were, hurt by that, he apologized, and he said, "You know what? You asked a celibate old man something about sex, and I just gave a silly answer because what do I know?" And so he apologized, and has never said anything like that again. Take a lesson, Pope Francis. But so there are more and more. There are entire Jewish denominations, Reconstructionism and Reform, even conservative, that are humanistic, that are completely gay positive now, whereas universally, 100 years ago, they wouldn't have been. So it's exciting to see these movements in religions where people say, we used to use our religion to other people, and we're learning to use it to be inclusive and to heal people. And I think Islam is just assumed sometimes to be innately homophobic, but I think probably no more so than Christianity or some others. And but the change happens from within. And so to see activism from within shows you that the change is coming, because that's how it comes.
Well, and kudos to her. I mean, she's opened up the space for the conversation and kind of put on a global platform, if you will. So I'm hoping that will spark more conversations, and also maybe some interfaith or interreligious conversation that will support the work as well. So, kudos to her for being that first one, or whatever, to step out there and make this claim and hold the space for that type of conversation.
And there's always Sunshine Cathedral. I'm serious. We
But we do have
are on the we are the church that people come to when they want to fully embrace their sexuality within religion. We tell people that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake, and we mean it. So yes, there are groups and people coming out all over the place now that are affirming of our sexuality. I just want to remind people that you can come to sunshinecathedral.org. You can come to Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. And you can tune into this program as often as possible, where you will continually hear the positive stories about queerness and faith. So kudos to everyone who is coming on board. And folk, don't forget, you've got us every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, where we talk about the positive images of queer folk in every possible way.
Queer God Squad, Midday Prayer, Sunday Worship, it's all on there all the time. And our Facebook and what's the other one? Instagram are updated daily. Facebook throughout the day.
Yeah.
And so it's always new, it's always fresh content. And also, we're not asking, this isn't proselytizing, we're not asking you to stop being Jewish.
No.
Or to stop being Muslim, or to stop being pagan, or to stop being atheist. We're just here to affirm your sacred value and to say, we see goodness in you, and we're going to celebrate that. And if you need to keep some of your other rituals or read some of your other texts, or we're not in that business. We don't care. To do you. We just want you to know you're good.
Yeah.
And we see that, and we affirm that. And we have no need for you to abandon anything that gives you life and joy. But we do want to heal those things that robbed you of some joy. And so we're here. We're here for it. And she seems like our sword. I'm glad she's
Oh gosh,
too.
yes.
Yeah, bless her.
Thank you.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and discuss what our LGBTQ plus community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together, and we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until the next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.